So the first step is to make sure that you are holding your pen at the right angle. So you don't want to hold it upright like you might when you write, but you want to hold it at a bit of an angle. So if we're looking at this on the horizontal plane of the paper, you're not going to hold it upright like this, but you're going to hold it at this angle like this. And this just allows you to make thin or to transition from thin and thick lines without having to adjust the pen. So you don't want to do this. You just want to hold it at an angle and move this way. You want to be able to transition from thin to thick lines. So your upward stroke is always going to be a thin line like this. And your downward stroke, you're going to press down hard on the pen so that you get a nice thick stroke. And then the next very basic stroke is just to transition from thin line to thick line. So here's an example. So I'm going to go slanted thin up this way, and then I'm going to come down thick, and then I'm going to go thin, and then thick, and then thin, and then thick. So you're going to practice this transition, and you don't really need to worry about like keeping your pen down all the time. When you do the actual stroke, you'll have your pen down, but when you actually do the transition, you can lift your pen up. Like I can stop here, and then I can continue the upstroke there, stop there, and then do the thick stroke there. The next very basic stroke that is really good to practice is making circles. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out thin, then in your downstroke again it's thick, and then you're going to go back thin. So you're going to practice these little circles or O's. So now that you know that brush calligraphy or brush lettering is basically just transitions from thin to thick lines, you can start practicing different letters to get a feel for what that's going to be like. So you can just go through the alphabet and practice the letters. So let's just try writing a word. So let's try the word faith, for example. So we're gonna go thin in the upstroke and heavy on the downstroke, or thick on the downstroke. So we start out going thin, then thick, and then thin. And you'll just continue that throughout the word. And let me show you how to do that with a different pen. So this pen is actually a Crayola Pipsqueak. This is actually one of my daughter's markers. So I'm just going to borrow it and show you that you can do this with really any marker. So again, you're going to start out with thin on the upstroke and thick on the downstroke. And if you want the word to be slanted, then you just need to turn your paper to whatever angle is comfortable with you. So you're not going to really change the angle of your hand so much as just turn the paper. So I'm going to turn it, I like to be about this angle. And there you go.